If you're over 60 and waking up to pee at night, your body is trying to tell you something. Most people think nocturia after 60 is just normal aging, but research shows it's actually a signal about changes happening inside your body, changes you can understand and often address. Studies found that over 50% of adults past 60 deal with frequent urination at night. But here's what matters. While this aging bladder pattern is common, it's not something you just have to live with. If nighttime bathroom trips are ruining your sleep, you're not alone, and it's not a sign you're falling apart. By the end of this video, you'll understand what your body is actually trying to communicate through nocturia after 60, and what simple steps help many elderly people sleep better. Most people blame their aging bladder for nighttime waking, but research shows your bladder is sending you a message about something else entirely, and it's not what you think. Scientists discovered a hidden shift that happens in your body after 60. This change is so gradual, most people never notice it's happening, but it explains why frequent urination becomes common in the elderly. There's one thing about your daily routine that either helps or hurts your nighttime pattern. When you adjust this one simple timing factor, many people over 60 finally sleep through the night again. Let's talk about what this really feels like when you're dealing with nocturia after 60. You fall asleep fine, then suddenly you're awake at 1 a.m., stumbling to the bathroom in the dark. You worry about falling. You worry about waking your partner. You lie back down and stare at the ceiling, mind racing, sleep gone. Maybe it happens twice, 3, 4 times every night. Each trip breaks your sleep cycle and steals the deep rest your body desperately needs at this age. The next morning, you're exhausted. Your memory feels foggy. You're irritable with people you love. You start avoiding evening activities. You plan trips around bathroom locations. You feel embarrassed bringing it up, even to your doctor. You wonder if this is just what being over 60 means, accepting frequent urination as part of aging, losing independence, feeling older every day. Your partner's sleep suffers too. You feel guilty, frustrated, and trapped by something as basic as your bladder. If this describes your life, you're far from alone. This pattern of frequent urination in the elderly is genuinely disruptive, but understanding what your body is trying to tell you is the first step toward better nights. Part 1. What your bladder is really telling you. Let me introduce you to Margaret. Not a real person, but a typical example of nocturia after 60. Margaret is 67. For 4 years, she's been getting up twice every night. She assumed it was just her aging bladder getting weak, but when she learned what was really happening, the whole picture made sense. This connects to what I mentioned about your bladder sending a different message. Here's the simple truth. Your bladder has sensors that detect fullness and send signals to your brain. During deep sleep, your brain normally quiets these signals down. Think of it like turning your phone volume to low at night. The messages are still coming, but they don't wake you up. For many people over 60, this system changes. Your bladder becomes more sensitive to normal amounts of urine, or your brain doesn't quiet the signals as well during sleep. Often, your bladder isn't actually holding more than it used to. You're just noticing normal fullness that didn't wake you before. Plus, sleep quality naturally decreases with age. Lighter sleep means you become aware of bladder signals that would have stayed below your awareness during deeper sleep stages when you were younger. What your body is really telling you through frequent urination isn't your bladder is broken. It's multiple systems are adjusting to aging and they need support. Here's what may help. Time your water intake. This means drinking most of your daily fluids earlier in the day instead of spread evenly throughout the day. Your body needs several hours to process what you drink and remove extra water through urination. By drinking 70% of your daily water before 3 p.m., you give your body time to handle it before bed. Many people over 60 notice less urgency after 2 to 3 weeks. Example, have 2 full glasses with breakfast, 2 with lunch, 1 at 2 p.m., then just tiny sips with dinner and evening medicine. Elevate your legs daily. This means putting your feet higher than your hips for 30 to 60 minutes in late afternoon. When you sit or stand during the day, fluid naturally pools in your lower legs.
This gets worse with age. When you lie down at night, this trapped fluid moves back into circulation and your kidneys turn it into urine while you sleep. Elevating your legs while still awake triggers this process earlier so your body processes it before bed. Try lying on your couch with pillows under your calves around 4 or 5 p.m. Some elderly people see less nighttime urgency after a week of consistent practice. Improve your sleep quality. Better sleep means deeper sleep, which helps your brain quiet bladder signals more effectively. Keep your bedroom cool, 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, completely dark and quiet. Go to bed at exactly the same time every night. Your aging body thrives on routine. Stop watching TV or looking at phones 1 hour before bed. Many people over 60 report that even when they still wake once, they fall back asleep much faster with these changes. After trying these approaches, many elderly people report waking once instead of 3 or 4 times. Others notice the urge feels less desperate and urgent. Progress isn't instant or smooth. You might have better nights than a challenging night, then steady improvement. Everyone's body responds differently to these changes. Remember that hidden shift I mentioned, the one that happens gradually after 60? Let me explain that now. Part 2. The hormonal shift after 60. This matters because it affects way more than just nighttime bathroom trips. When your sleep keeps getting broken by frequent urination, your body can't do its nightly repair work. After 60, your body needs quality sleep even more. This is when it fixes damaged cells, balances hormones, strengthens your immune system, and consolidates memories. Missing deep sleep night after night accelerates aging in ways that go beyond just feeling tired. Here's the pattern researchers discovered. Many people experience changes in a hormone called vasopressin, also called antidiuretic hormone, as they age past 60. This hormone tells your kidneys to pull water back into your bloodstream, making your urine more concentrated. Vasopressin normally rises during sleep, which is why younger people produce less urine at night than during the day. Studies suggest vasopressin production or effectiveness often declines in the elderly. When this happens, your kidneys don't concentrate urine as effectively at night, so you produce almost as much urine while sleeping as you would while awake. This explains why frequent urination becomes so common after 60. Important note, this doesn't happen to everyone at the same rate. Some people maintain stronger vasopressin function into their 70s and 80s. Individual variation is significant, and this is just one piece of understanding nocturia after 60. Here's what addresses this hormonal shift. Manage evening salt intake. This means paying attention to sodium in your dinner and evening snacks. Salt affects water balance in your body. When you eat salty foods, your body holds extra water to maintain proper ratios. If you have a high sodium dinner, your body may retain fluid overnight that gets processed into urine during sleep. Many elderly people find it helpful to save higher sodium meals for lunch instead of dinner. You're not eliminating salt, just timing it strategically. After a few weeks, some notice fewer nighttime trips. Example, choose baked fish with steamed vegetables for dinner instead of frozen dinners, canned soup, or restaurant meals that can contain 1,500 milligrams of sodium. Cut caffeine and alcohol earlier. Caffeine irritates the bladder and increases urine production. Its effects last 5 to 7 hours or longer, especially as your body processes things more slowly after 60. For caffeine, many people over 60 stop by 1 to 2 p.m. For alcohol, allowing 4 hours between your last drink and bedtime helps. Within a week, some sleep more soundly and wake less. Example, switch to decaf coffee after lunch and have your evening drink with dinner at 6 p.m. instead of before bed at 9 p.m. Important safety note, if you suddenly start experiencing different urinary patterns, feel burning or pain when peeing, see blood in your urine, have significant leg or ankle swelling, or notice other worrying symptoms, contact your healthcare provider. There may be other factors specific to your health that need professional evaluation. When elderly people combine these strategies with the approaches from Part 1, many report sleeping in longer stretches, making it to 4 or 5 a.m. instead of midnight. Others find the urge less intense when they do wake. Better daytime energy and mental clarity often follow as sleep quality improves. Now we get to that daily routine factor I mentioned, the one adjustment that often makes the biggest difference for people over 60. Part 3. The daily rhythm your body needs. Here's the key insight about managing nocturia after 60. Individual tips help, but they work dramatically better when you coordinate them into a daily rhythm that supports your aging body's natural patterns. This isn't some complicated system. It's simply understanding that your body after 60 operates on rhythms, and nighttime urinary patterns reflect what happens across all 24 hours. Think about it this way. If you adjust evening water but ignore caffeine timing, salt intake, and when you move around during the day, you're fixing one piece while missing the bigger picture. Most elderly people only change things right before bed, stopping water at 7 p.m., using the bathroom before sleep. These help a little,
But they don't address the accumulation of habits throughout the entire day that affect your nighttime pattern. The overlooked factor is this: creating a complete daily rhythm where water intake, food choices, activity, and bathroom habits all work together to support your aging body's nighttime needs. It sounds complex, but once you see the pattern, it's quite simple. Here's your daily rhythm for managing frequent urination after 60. Morning, 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. This is your primary drinking window. Drink a full glass when you wake up to rehydrate. Throughout the morning, consume about 40 to 50% of your daily water needs. Have your coffee or tea now if you enjoy them. Early timing gives maximum processing time before bed. Morning is also ideal for gentle exercise, like walking, which helps regulate fluid balance and improve sleep quality later. Midday, 12 to 3 p.m. Continue moderate fluid intake, another 30 to 40% of your daily total. This is your best time for the main meal if you're watching sodium, since your body has many hours to process it. Practice gently extending time between bathroom visits when comfortable. This can help retrain your bladder's sensitivity over time. Afternoon, 3 to 6 p.m. Begin reducing fluids. Shift to smaller, intentional amounts rather than drinking freely. This is your crucial window for leg elevation. 4 to 6 p.m. works well for most people over 60. Spend 45 to 60 minutes with legs elevated to redistribute fluid before bedtime. If you drink alcohol, early evening, 5 to 6 p.m. is better than later, giving 4 hours for processing before sleep. Evening, 6 to bedtime. Focus your dinner on lower sodium choices. Avoid very salty processed foods, canned items, and restaurant meals when possible. Keep water minimal, small sips for genuine thirst or with medications, but no large amounts. Use the bathroom as part of your normal evening routine, but avoid making multiple just-in-case trips that can actually train your bladder to empty too frequently. Pre-sleep, the final hour. Create your wind-down ritual. Dim all lights, keep your bedroom cool, 65 to 68 degrees F. Do relaxing activities like reading or gentle stretching. Put away all screens. Use the bathroom once as the very last step before getting into bed. Important for people over 60. Your specific schedule, medications, health conditions, and body all influence what works best. This is a starting framework for experimentation, not rigid rules. Track your current patterns for one full week first. When you drink, when you urinate, when you wake, how urgent it feels, what and when you drank that day, and how you slept overall. This creates crucial awareness. Second, choose one strategy to start. Timing your water intake or daily leg elevation are excellent starting points. Keep it simple initially. Third, be patient with your aging body. Give changes 3 to 4 weeks to show effects. Your body after 60 needs more time to adjust than it did when you were younger. Life happens. Family events, travel, health issues, so your routine will vary. What matters is the general pattern you maintain most of the time. Research on comprehensive approaches to nocturia after 60 shows encouraging patterns. Studies typically find that 40 to 70% of elderly participants report some improvement, though individual results vary widely. The improvements are usually moderate rather than complete elimination of nighttime waking. For example, going from 4 trips to 1 or 2, or feeling less urgent when you wake. Sleeping through the entire night is less common, but does happen for some people over 60.
Research consistently shows that using multiple, coordinated strategies produces better results than trying just one approach. Let's return to Margaret. After learning about these factors, she built a complete daily rhythm. She moved most water to morning and early afternoon, chose lighter dinners with less salt, and elevated her legs for 50 minutes each evening while listening to audiobooks. She also maintained a strict sleep schedule and made her bedroom cooler and darker. None of this felt difficult, it just required initial planning and commitment. Over about 7 weeks, Margaret noticed meaningful changes in her nocturia after 60. She didn't suddenly sleep through the whole night, she still typically woke once, but that wake-up came around 4:30 a.m. instead of multiple times throughout the night. The urgency felt much less intense, and she could return to sleep within 10 to 15 minutes instead of lying awake for an hour worrying. Most importantly, she woke up genuinely rested. Her daytime energy improved, her memory seemed sharper, her mood lifted, and she felt less anxious about aging. She stopped avoiding evening activities and felt more confident about her body's signals. Conclusion. Let's bring this together. Experiencing nocturia after 60 is extremely common. Over half of elderly adults deal with frequent urination at night. While it becomes more prevalent with aging, it's not simply an inevitable decline you must accept without question. As we explored, nighttime urination after 60 typically involves multiple factors: changes in bladder sensitivity and brain signal suppression as you age, hormonal shifts like declining vasopressin that affect how your kidneys concentrate urine at night, and the often overlooked importance of daily rhythm. How you coordinate all your habits throughout the day affects your nighttime pattern. You're not alone in this struggle. Frequent urination in the elderly doesn't mean your body is failing or that independence is slipping away. For many people over 60, real improvement is genuinely possible through understanding what your body is trying to tell you and making supportive lifestyle adjustments. Here are your practical next steps. First, track your patterns for 1 full week. Write down when you wake, how urgent it feels, what and when you drank that day, and how you slept overall. This creates crucial awareness. Second, choose one strategy to start. Timing your water intake or daily leg elevation are excellent starting points. Keep it simple initially. Third, be patient with your aging body. Give changes 3 to 4 weeks to show effects. Your body after 60 needs more time to adjust than it did when you were younger. Life happens. Family events, travel, health issues, so your routine will vary. What matters is the general pattern you maintain most of the time. The shift here is from feeling helpless about aging to becoming an informed, active participant in your health after 60. Knowledge empowers you to advocate for yourself better. Small, strategically coordinated changes can create meaningful improvement in your quality of life. You have more influence over nocturia after 60 than you might think. Disclaimer. Quick reminder, this video is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. For personal medical concerns, please consult a qualified healthcare professional who knows your specific situation and health history.